The Instant Pot air fryer lid. Here it is again. And this time, I'm going to correct a few things that I said, which may have led you to believe it'll fit in the Instant Pot. I've got a whole list of the ones it won't fit, or the 6-quart Instant Pots it will not fit. And I got a list of the ones that will. Here it sits. Chicken wings. That's what we're doing tonight. We're going to do them just like you would in their Instant Pot, the Duo Crisp or the Ninja Foodi or any of the above, or you pressure cook from your freezer. Pressure cook them and air fry them and have them on the table in about 30 minutes. I think I said 15 yesterday, but it takes about 30. Anyhow, that's what we're about to do. There's no doubt in my mind, this is one of my, if not my favorite recipe for this type device, which is pressure cooking and air frying it in one pot. I'm John Sanders, also known as Jelly 007. Let's get this started. Yesterday, I did an unboxing video of this device, and during it, I mentioned that it would fit 6-quart Instant Pots, and I'm not sure I was clear on it. And here's where I purchased it at, was Williams, Sonoma, $69.95. And if you look, they have it sitting on an Instant Pot Duo Evo Plus. One problem with that. It will not fit the Duo Evo Plus, and it tells you that right here. If you look on Instant Pot's website, they have the air fryer lid listed, and you can check compatible models. It also, another thing they have kind of wrong on it, or in my opinion, I shouldn't say wrong, but the user manual that they sent with it. In my unboxing video, I mentioned a cooking timetable. That's not in this manual. It's nowhere in here that I could find. Well, it's here. If you go here, you can see the user manual, and they tell you a lot more about it. In fact, I got the page I want to discuss right here, and it is a cooking time chart. Well, it's kind of basic, but it has one, and it mentions fries. All right, well, in my French fry video yesterday, I said they were not crispy. Well, I really was kind of stretching that. They were crispy. They were really, really good. They were perfect, in my opinion. But I cooked them at another recipe I have, which is 360 degrees and about 18 minutes or so for 1 pound. Well, they call for 400, and I know that now, and I would have done it that way, but take my word, there was nothing wrong with those that I did. I think it was 17 minutes at 360 degrees. And the unit performed excellent so far, so we're going to see just how far it'll go. I'm also, in a minute, I'm going to take you here, I'm going to try and get something you can possibly print out, or maybe, if not print out, I'm going to have it where you can read it real well, and that is the compatible models. So I'm going to do that in just a second. I'm going to get these wings started first. I'm going to do, say, 10 or 12 wings, just like I do in the Instant Pot Duo Crisp, which is a device similar to this. It comes with an air frying lid, and it is 8-quart. So in the video I do on it, I put 13 wings in there. Well, this is only 6-quart, and I'm going to see how it looks. I may try and get 12 in there, but all that being said, let's see if there's anything else. I'm going to pressure cook them from frozen now. That's out of my freezer. They're solid as a rock, and that's one of my favorite things about this thing. You take this, we're going to pressure cook them first, and I'm going to set this lid on, and we're going to air fry them. We're going to use my Red Hot wing sauce, which is, I'll put it up against anything on the market, even your wing shop. As a matter of fact, next time somebody orders wings at your house, if you've got frozen wings, when they leave to go pick theirs up, you get this out right quick and cook some wings and put that on it. And when they get back, you see whose is the best. Anyhow, I'm going to get that started. I'm going to get us brought up right here where you can see the compatible models, the ones that will work with and the ones that won't. Be right back. I got 12 good-sized wings. Now, these are Tyson. They're always pretty big, solid as a rock, like always, and that's why I like it, because I can keep them in my freezer and bring them out. This is about 3/4 cups of hot water out of my tap, just water out of my faucet that it got hot before I put it in the cup. I think that helps a little bit. I'm not sure it's that big a deal. We're going to put it in. I'm going to put the lid on, I got to make sure it's sealed. You don't have to do that on all of them now, and it's easy to forget. So I've got that sealed. I'm going to hit pressure cook. It's on high, and we're going to take that to, wow, we got a long way to go because we're going all the way down to 5 minutes. I actually had to borrow this 6-quart Instant Pot from my sister. I just believe in or I won't say I believe in, I need an 8 quart, and that's all I keep. I don't even own a 6 quart, or the ones I did own I've gave away or something. So that's about to get started. I believe this one comes on by itself. It did. I'll tell you what else we're going to do. We're going to do this right here. I'm going to hit start right there. We're going to see exactly how long it takes to complete these wings. Here is the list of devices it will and won't, as listed by Instant Pot's website. If your machine is listed right here on the lower part, it will work. The one I am using is a Duo 60 V3. That's the one, that's my sister's. That's the one you are watching cook right now. The rest of them, supposedly, of course I haven't tried them all, but they will fit. Now, here's the other list, the one that won't. The air fryer lid is not compatible with the following models: Smart Wi-Fi 60, Duo Evo Plus 60. It says Duo Evo Plus 60 twice. The Duo SV60 or the Max 60. So keep that in mind before you buy one of these. Next, all we're waiting on now is this to come up to pressure. Cook those wings for 5 minutes. We're going to bring them out, dry them off, spray them with a little of this right here, and put the lid on. I'll be back. Okay, so that one came up to pressure and started counting down. Now, I'm almost positive some of my other machines do that a little faster. I'm not sure what wattage this one is and all that, but we're at 16 minutes and only a minute's counted down. So we're going to be somewhere around 20 minutes before this is done, and then I'm going to do a quick release. I just want to say that took a little longer than I'm used to, I believe, but I'm not positive. You know, it's just that is, like I said, the IP Duo 60 V3. And again, not sure of the wattages and don't know whether you care, but thought I'd throw it in there. Okay, there goes the timer. It is done. We're going to do a quick release, just like that. And when that bleeds down, we're going to put those wings in there, dry them off real well, spray them, put them back in, and put the air frying lid on. Okay, there went the pin at about 1 minute. And as a matter of fact, we're at 20 minutes, which, like I said, well, I think this might be a little slower than some of my others, but it doesn't matter. We're at 20 minutes. We got to get busy because I said 30 minutes, so that's what we're doing. Take the lid off, put that right there. I'm going to put these wings in that container with the paper towels where I can dry them off a little bit because I want to get all the water off I can. There they go. I'm going to set this in the sink and rinse it off just a little bit. And I'm probably going to dry it down also just a little bit with some paper towels. So I'm going to leave it sitting right there because right now we want to dry the wings and pour the water out of that container. I'll let you see the wings, by the way. They're not pretty. They're not. But you can see what they look like. They look like pressure cooked wings, and they don't get pretty till you start air crisping them. So I'm going to get these dried off, let them sit here just a second and breathe. And then I'm going to wipe this basket down over here and pour this water out. And then we're going to put the air crisping lid on. So I'll be right back. That's where we're at. Okay, so that took about whatever time that is. I'm just doing this so you'll know what to expect for time. That is in a IP Duo 60 V3. I think wattages have a lot to do with it. In fact, instead of doing that, I'm going to spray, and I'm using avocado oil, and I always do air frying because it's got a higher smoke point. I'm going to spray this basket. And by the way, again, I poured the water out of the liner, the Instant Pot liner, and wiped everything off a little bit. Dried those wings real well. So right now all we got to do is put these in, put them back in there, and you can see how much they shrunk. I'll have to show you like this because I don't have my, it took a good bit of size out of them, but it's still 12 wings. I'm going to spray these around, use my Instant Pot tongs that I got online. Or no, I didn't. I bought them at a clearance store, but take my word, I love them. They work real well, and I'm sure you can get them on their website. All right. we are close to what we're going to finish with. So now, the next step with this device, which is very important, and it's like me, even if you can plug them into two devices, into two receptacles, you never want to have this plugged in and that. So I've got the cover on this one. I was trying to explain it yesterday that you lock it on, and it just acts as a protective cover to keep things from getting in your element or your fan. So we're going to set this on. And I'll have to move this just a little bit. And then plug it in. And now, as you can see the top of it, I'm going to hold the camera right here. We're going to do air fry for 20. I'm going to leave it on 20. We're not going to run it 20. I'm just going to run it till they look right. But we are going to add temp to 400. We're going to 400 degrees. And you can see it only goes from 300 to 400. We're going to just leave it on 20. No good reason, just because. We're up and running. After about 5 minutes, we're going to take a look, maybe toss them around a little bit, and I'll be back then. Okay, so we're at the 15-minute mark, which should be 5. It took it about a minute or so to preheat, and I done ran up past my number at 32. But take my word, and I'll say this, I just looked, this is a 1,000-watt unit, and I think, I know my Duo Crisp and the Ninja Foodi Deluxe is more than that. But anyhow, we're about to open this up and take a look at them for the first time. I haven't seen them either. So I can see they need a little more crisping. You can see they're browning up a little bit though. They're looking good. Nothing wrong. I'm fixing to flip those around. And you can hear that sizzle going on. So we're just going to do that right there. Put the lid back on, and it should automatically start back up. It did. We're running again. I'll be back. Okay, some things I wanted to say right quick is I may put a link, although I don't normally put links in my descriptions or comments or anything, because I don't want people to think I'm associated or affiliated with anybody I'm reviewing. I promise you I'm not. But this is kind of hard to find. So I may put the link to this in it, but I assure you it is not an affiliate link. I paid for this with my, like everything you've seen me do in a long time, I paid for it with my money. I bought this on my own. Instapot, Ninja Foodi, no one knows who I am. I'm the boy out in the woods with an internet connection and a camera. That is it. And I promise you, this is a little harder to find than it normally is, so I want to put this there so you can go look at this compatible model. And it's just for y'all. It's got nothing to do with an affiliate link, and I hate to keep harping on that. I just want people to know I'm not, although I may put affiliate links in mine one day, I'm not now, and I have never had an affiliate link in my website. I'm going to get off of this. We're at 10 minutes. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a look, see how it looks. Because they don't have to be, you know, they're not going to look like they came out of a things beeping like crazy. They're not going to look like they came out of a deep fryer. And you know something, it doesn't matter as long as they're good. What we're going to do right now, just for the fun of it, because I feel positive, I know they are, they're plenty temp. The temp is good. I feel absolutely positive. We're going to check the biggest one I saw in there. And there you see 182, 183, and that's a drumstick or whatever you call it, the drumette, 188. So the temps are good. Now you could go with this as far as you wanted to, and if you were not going to put sauce on them, maybe you would. But they're plenty good right there. So I'm about to pull those out at 10 minutes of air frying, and we are at 38 minutes and 19 seconds. And they are ready to eat once I pour that on. So you could consider 40 minutes with a 6-quart, which is a little lower, with a lower wattage device. I promise you, I feel positive I could do this in my Duo Crisp or my Ninja Foodi Deluxe in 30 minutes. But hey, 40 ain't bad. Like I said, next time somebody runs out to the wing shop to pick up their wings, you have these waiting when they get back. And consider this, wing shops deep fry. This is air fried. I mean, and I had somebody say today that that's why people don't pressure cook. It was kind of a negative comment, and they were not agreeing with pressure cooking and air frying because that's why places deep fry them. Well, take my word. I think there's a theory on it, and I started to research it before I did this video, where the pressure cooking or steaming or anything renders the fat a little bit, and it does help. But you know what? Cook them and see what you think. Because right here is all you got to do right now. Is put some sauce on them. Put the lid on this container I got right here. And make sure it's closed before you start doing this. Shake them up. Put as much as you want. And they're ready to serve right now. And I'll say this. If you can even add this at this point. Or you don't even have to put the hot on it. Just use this. There's nothing wrong with that. That makes some fantastic wings, pressure cooked and air fried. This right here ain't bad either. I love this stuff. I just kind of use Frank's most of the time because it seems to be the most original tasting hot wing that I get around here. But there's nothing wrong with either one of those. And like I said, once you get this part right here done, you can still add this and it's still good. There's what they look like right now. I'm going to let them steep in that just a minute. But those are ready to put on the table at 40 minutes and 28 seconds. But I'm going to put them on my plate and get at the table. And I'll see y'all back in just a second. All right, here it is. The finished product on a plate. And I don't have to tell you, those look really well. And I promise you, I guarantee you, they are. And if you did my test and the people are back with their wings from the wing shop yet, be sure and try them side by side. I just don't think you're going to beat this and this cooking method. I think it's, again, I deep fried here for years and years and years, and we ate them like that for years. Not another one in a year and a half or so since I've deep fried. And that's because not only is it excellent, it's easy cleanup. It's a lot easier than, say, like I was talking about the time it took. Well, it takes a long time to heat oil. It takes a lot. You got to do a lot of things with that oil once it's done. You got to put it up. This you wash in the sink and put up. Even if you're doing them in the oven, you got to preheat the oven. Anyhow, this is an excellent way to cook wings, hot wings, I promise you. Call me out if I'm wrong. I say that a lot. I mean it. This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite recipe there is for this type of device, which again, I'll say the best thing since the microwave. If you got a 6-quart that meets, that will work in the list I showed, by all means, this is definitely worth the $69 Sonoma has it at. It retails $140. Now that'd be pushing it. I'm not sure the Duo Crisp was not the way to go at that point because it's 8-quart. It's a little more wattage. Or it's not even, I don't know if any wattage, and this is 1,500 watts. But the pot I have, they're one of my sisters that I borrowed, is only 1,000. So it took a little longer, but hey, 40 minutes is not bad. I can't drive to my wing shop and back. Hey, I'll get off this. They're great. I've already tasted them. I don't have to. I eat them here all the time. Take my word, they're good. I'm John Sanders. Thanks for watching my video. I'm going to put one up right here of my Duo Crisp, the 8-quart. I'm going to put a playlist, as you can watch them all, or one, whatever you want to. And I'll also put up the unboxing video for you to see what it looked like when I unboxed it. Thank y'all for watching. Come back to see me. Bye-bye.